going on, guys? K Wills here to bring you my review of Eureka 780 episode 18. And this week's episode was pretty good, but it was more of a setup episode for episode 19 pretty much. And overall, pretty much what happened in this week's episode was that Owl was captured by the Americans, and he wasn't really tortured or anything. They just recovered the Nirvas and the forged gun and pretty much asking him questions, and it wasn't like anything violence towards Owl pretty much. And Owl had decided he was going to stay with the Americans, and the reason why was because he felt that he would be protecting his friends and his comrades of Generation Blue if he stood there, because he knew about everything with the forged gun and how the nations aren't really trusting Generation Blue, that he felt that he would be doing, protecting them by staying with the Americans. And Generation Blue Team Pied Piper, they were pretty confused. They were like, oh man, why is Owl doing this? And the thing is, see, Flair and Elena, they're kind of conflicted about how they feel towards Owl, because, they're trying to pretend like it doesn't bother them, and they want to say that they want to go and rescue Owl because, Owl is their friend, but they don't know how to say it, because they felt like if they would say it, then it would kind of ruin the friendship between them. And Flair, her attitude about it was that, she was trying to say, oh, let's forget about Owl and let's just move on. But Elena, she really couldn't, and it causes a conflict between these two. And from then on throughout the episode, we actually saw Flair, that we saw her stomach had a scar. They don't say where she got it from, but later on that's probably going to have importance later on. And pretty much going back with Owl, when he's talking to this guy, he finds out that his mom was actually offered her help to the Americans, because, well, not actually offered their help, because the Americans went to Eureka because they needed someone to pilot the Mark 1, and pretty much Eureka had agreed to, and that's when, she disappeared by activating the course and everything. So we find out that, Eureka wasn't forced in any way. And pretty much, Elena's the first one to decide for herself that she's going to go and she needs to protect Owl. And, before this, they were actually practicing the third engine, which is more of a speed boost for the IFOs, and they couldn't really get it together with the IFOs. But when Flair was kind of arguing with Elena, pretty much, because she was like, what are you trying to do? And pretty much they all come out that, they really, they like Owl, as a friend, and or maybe more, who knows. But pretty much, the friendship between them is strong, and that Elena wants to help Owl, and Flair reveals that too, and they get permission to go and save Owl. And they actually were able to use the third engine because they were able to function at the certain levels, pretty much. And pretty much they rescue Owl, they threaten to shoot the Americans, and Owl realizes that, he has real comrades and he has real friends, and he wants to go back with Team Pied Piper, and he goes back with them, which is good. But however, it kind of hurts Generation Blue as a whole, because now the Americans label Generation Blue as terrorists pretty much. And now, as Gazelle said in the last episode, it's Generation Blue against the world pretty much now. And it kind of reminds me a lot with how Generation Blue is turning into like Gecko State, especially with Team Pied Piper. That now that, they're running against the military, they're running against the nation, they're labeled as terrorists even though they're not, and, it kind of resembled, now they're turning into something like a Gecko State. So I thought that was pretty cool when I was thinking about that. And yeah, that's pretty much the episode. It was good development between Elena and Flair. It was always good to see the supporting characters of a series, get a spotlight and get some development. And yeah, like I said, it was an okay episode, and it was really more of a setup episode for next week. So yeah, let me know your thoughts on this episode, what you thought about it, what you liked about it. I mean, I enjoyed it. There wasn't really that much action, but I think it's one of those episodes that didn't really need all that action, because when you really think about it, with Eureka 7, it's not all about the robotic action, it's also about the characters themselves and different things that they have to go through. So the whole thing with Elena and Flair, I like that, it shows more importance to them. And I want to know your thoughts about it. Do you see that, Generation Blue is turning like Gecko State, like I said? Just your thoughts down below, and don't feel free to, bring discussion in the comment section below, because I don't mind if you ask a number of questions or you write a lot. That's actually very good, because I want people to more talk about this series, since so many fans of the Eureka 7 series wanted the sequel, and now they have it. I want to see more discussion about it. So thank you for watching this video. Don't subscribe. subscribe and comment below and give the video a thumbs up if you did enjoy it, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.